So Peter had a long question, so I've divided it into three. So Peter's second question was, what are the pros and cons of taking a lump sum of your super and investing it with other financial institutes like banks? Well, the key thing is the investment structure. So getting back to our investment structure chart, is if you're pulling it out of super and you could have that money in the pension phase of superannuation, the negative thing of pulling it out of the pension phase of super is that if you're then going to invest it in your own name, you could pay some tax on it. If there's some capital gains on the investments, then you could pay some tax on that money as well if you invested in your individual name. So pulling it out of super, pulling lump sums out of super and going investing it elsewhere, just from a structure perspective, not thinking about the underlying investments, particularly if you're close to retirement, isn't often the smartest idea, but I guess it depends on the after-tax return, what that return can be. Generally, at retirement, having money in the pension phase of superannuation, because it's 0% tax, and when you're over 60, what you draw from it is tax-free as well, it's often a better way to go. You can do it, though. You can pull out lump sums and invest it anywhere you like.
Yeah, when it's investing, you got to weigh that up. On the paying off debt side, members often will, when they can get access to it, pull it out to pay off debt, and that may save them on their own cash flows. But when it comes to investing, the way the government structured the tax incentives in super makes it difficult to get comparable returns outside of super.
Exactly.
Once you factor in tax.
Yeah, if that was to draw a lump sum to pay off a mortgage, for example, and eradicate debt, then that's a reasonable strategy. But if it's to go and invest in term deposits or other bank investments, then that might be a little less beneficial, depending on what your marginal tax rate is.